Hey, Adam here, and this is going to be probably the first and last vlog style video ever, but I've got a few minutes here while my family's just, they headed up that hill to do a bit of exploring, and I've got a couple minutes here, so I figured we'd have a quick chat about progress, about success, about sacrifice, and about the thing that I've been putting off for a couple of weeks now that I think today is probably that day. So as the title of this video suggests, this is really all about kind of that road to 100,000 subscribers, what that means, what it looked like along the way, some of the lessons I've learned that hopefully I can share with you, as well as some of the fears and doubts and uncertainties and all of the things that not a lot of people talk about but are very much a part of the creative process and of really putting yourself out there. So let's start right at the beginning. So it was many years ago that first picked up a camera and decided to shoot my first YouTube video. I had no idea where it was going to go or what it was going to look like or where the future was going to take me, essentially, but I knew that it was probably a smart, strategic move. I knew the future of marketing was in video content. I knew that YouTube was an amazing platform that had good search functionality baked in. I knew that a lot of my audience that I wanted to reach was on the platform, so I figured, all right, let's give it a shot. And that first video that I filmed was so horribly uncomfortable. I remember sweating through my shirt and having to change basically midway through. I remember stammering over my words. I remember the driest, most uncomfortable mouth ever and constantly sipping water. I mean, the whole process was terrible. And I remember the video turning out like blurry and with the audio only coming out of one side because I hadn't figured out how to like master the audio and get it to be all stereo. So it wasn't even that good. And I think it was like 2 or 3 minutes. And the thing is, the videos that came after that, they weren't much better. Like the first 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, they were all kind of, they all had their own issues, but somehow we managed to persevere and we just kept things going. We kept the videos rolling, we kept the recording happening. Anyway, after those first few videos were shot, I decided it was probably time to get a little bit of help to make sure that they didn't come out so blurry and only from one side of the speaker so people could only hear it on one side. So I basically made a deal with a buddy of mine where he was going to help me shoot some YouTube videos and I was going to help him touch up his website. So he came over, shot a bunch of videos, edited them. The process was equally, if not more uncomfortable because as I was recording them and staring into this like inanimate camera, my buddy was on the other end and he was good. He was great about it. So shout out to Jabin from Postal Barbecue for helping this all get rolling. But regardless, we got those videos up and they started to do okay. Not amazing, but they started to do okay. And I got a little bit hooked because it was interesting to see that the content that I was putting out there, all of a sudden one person was watching and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. And these were people that I didn't know, and they started to engage with the content. They started to leave comments. They started to thank me for some of the information that I was sharing and the stories that I was telling. And I got kind of addicted. I was like, this is really powerful. This is an interesting platform that probably has a little bit more potential than I'm fully realizing. Unfortunately, fast forward a little bit more and the results were slow, right? Like I was putting in the hours, I was making the videos, I was putting in all of this time and energy, and everybody around me was thinking I was nuts. They're like, why aren't you just focusing on building your agency and getting more clients? Why are you wasting all your time doing videos when nothing seems to be working? And so slowly that started to eat away and I ended up putting the pause on it for quite some time. Anyway, taking that break was probably one of the biggest mistakes that I made on my journey, not just in YouTube, but as a content creator, as an entrepreneur, as a marketer, because really, we know that the power in any platform, in any strategy, is in consistency. It's in showing up, it's in doing the work that you don't want to do on the days that you're tired and you're exhausted and you think that you're out of good ideas, but you still show up and you still put in the effort. And really, the algorithm and the audience and the relationships, they reward consistency and they reward commitment to the platform. So first of all, it's important to make sure that you're choosing the right strategy for you and one that you actually believe in. But then once you do, you kind of have to shut off that switch in your brain that allows you to question your decision and really just commit to the process, knowing that it's probably going to take some time. But on the flip side, the rewards are going to be well worth the effort and possibly greater than you could have ever imagined. And so that kind of leads me to the point of this whole video, which is the thing that I alluded to at the very beginning, this thing that I've been putting off for weeks now. And so a couple of weeks ago, YouTube mailed out the Creator Award, that silver play button you get when you get over 100,000 subscribers. And I remember that for my whole journey leading up to that point, how excited I was to get it, how much I was working towards this goal. And then when it arrived in the mail, it was kind of anticlimactic. Like I wasn't overly excited. I wasn't really sure what to do. If anything, I was almost scared of opening it because I didn't want it to stop the progress that I made. I didn't want it to sort of end the motivation. I didn't want to make it feel like I'd arrived by some sort of weird interpretation of this thing. So it's been sitting on the floor of my office for weeks now, still in the box, still just leaning up against all of my books. And I think the time has probably come for me to open this thing, for me to put it on the wall, for me to acknowledge and appreciate all of the effort that me and everybody that's helped me get to this level has achieved, and then also use it to mark the next step of the journey. What's coming next for me as a creator, for the channel, and for all of the goals and all of the dreams that I still have and still want to go out there and accomplish. So in order to do that, obviously, I'm going to have to go home first. But before I do, there's one more point that I really wanted to make, which is that one thing that not a lot of creators talk about is the fears and the self-doubts and the critical judgments and all of these sort of self-imposed limitations that we put upon ourselves, when the reality is that if you really want to be successful as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, as a content creator, as anything in this life, you're going to have to put yourself out there, and you're going to have to take some uncomfortable steps and some uncomfortable risks. And that involves sort of hitting record when you're not ready to. It involves being less critical when you're going through your edits. It involves being less judgmental about yourself and about what you're doing when you're reviewing the final product. And it involves ultimately publishing the work that you do, because all of the effort and all of the time and all of the thought and basically all the stuff that you put into your writing, your podcast, your video, your blog, whatever it is that you do, it doesn't mean anything if you don't actually publish and put it out into the world. Now, naturally, there's going to be some people that don't like it or don't agree with it, but that's okay. You're not making it for them. You're making it for the people that you can actually serve, that you actually want to help, and you're making it for yourself, because it's through the process of creating this that you really get to find your voice. You get to find what matters to you, and you get to make the kind of impact that you know you're capable of. All right, I'm back. So let's say we open this thing, eh? I guess that means I gotta go get it. All right, so here it is, and now I need a knife. Let's see. I think that's it. And they really seal these things up. Put the knife away. Safety first. And well, let's see what this is all about. You're gonna be seeing this at the same time I am, so I guess I should do some kind of reveal then. In fact, that's actually one of the reasons that I held off making this video for so long, is that not only did I not want to sort of deal with the fact that this milestone had been reached, but it was really only kind of like the start of the journey that I was about to embark on, but also the fact, if you ever watch those like 100K or million sub reveal videos where they get the plaques, they're always super fancy and super polished, and kind of freaked me out, and it ended sort of up me being in the situation where I'm not doing anything. Actually, hang on. That's kind of the whole point of this entire video, this self-determined drive that we put upon ourselves to sort of raise the bar and to deliver the same kind of content, the same quality of content as other people in different niches or genres or industries or anything like that. The reality is that I'm not a professional videographer. I like video. I think it's amazing. It's from a marketing and from a communication tool. There's simply nothing better. But I'm simply not going to be that guy that's going to be able to put together that absolutely incredible sort of top-down reveal video. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's just dive right into it. All right, so here we are, the box. Nothing fancy, just a cardboard box. The obligatory foam padding. And then a note from YouTube. We're gonna read that in just a second because I think it's actually kind of cool here. And then the plaque. And a card. Congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Thank you, Rick. And my friend, there we have it. Completely shiny, still got the plastic seal over top. Let's take take it out of the box. Perfect. Put the box away. And remove it from the wrapper with great care. And there we are. That is the coveted milestone for 5 years of work, countless hundreds of thousands of dollars invested in trainings and mentors and courses and learning, but well worth every penny. Not just for the plaque, which is really just sort of a symbolic gesture and a symbolic token of the achievement, but more so for the person that I've had to become along the way. And I think that's really what makes this entire journey so exciting. So whether you're chasing your first subscriber, first 10, first 100, first 1,000, first 100,000, you're on your way to 1 million, whatever it is, it's not the goal that's so interesting, and it's not achieving the goal that's so interesting, but rather it's the process you have to go through in order to become the person that's capable of achieving that goal. The reality is that when I first started, the videos just weren't that good, but that's okay, because I was interested, I was motivated, I wanted to learn, I wanted to get better, and therefore, step by step, trying to make those incremental improvements with every single video. Well, we've sort of gotten to where we are today, and I'm super excited and super fortunate, blessed. Oh, it's a sketchy word to use. Hashtag blessed. Grateful. Grateful is the right word. Essentially, I'm super grateful for you, for being here, for supporting me, for supporting the channel, for taking action on the information that I create and that I share with you. Everything that I do here is designed with one purpose in mind, and that's to help you succeed. Period. Full stop. That's it. That's the only reason that I make these videos, is that I've been so incredibly lucky and fortunate in my career to have had the success that I've had, and the least that I can do is try to pass this along to you. Try to help you avoid many of the mistakes that I've made, and there have been many, as well as learn from all the successes that I've had and all of the other great teachers and mentors and coaches and everything that I've learned that have got me to this point. And then I'm super excited because that's what's going to be taking us sort of to that next level. So with all that said, thank you, my friend. And now let's read this letter and see what YouTube has to say. Do you remember your first subscriber? I don't actually, but it was probably my mom. Your 100th. You know, I don't remember the exact person that was my 100th subscriber, but I do remember that feeling of cracking that 100 subscriber milestone. I remember it because, believe it or not, it was probably more impactful and resonated more with me than even 100,000, because 100 people were willing to give me their time and their attention and willing to sort of raise their hand and just click that subscribe button, which sounds like such a small token, it's such a small act, but it's monumental because it shows support, it shows resonance, it shows that you're actually interested in what the person has to say. Or your 1,000th subscriber. Again, massive, massive milestone. Chances are you do. And we know that you'll definitely remember your 100,000th subscriber. But on that note, it's funny because I actually do remember that moment because we kind of live streamed it on the channel. The video might still be up and we watched it go from 99,999. I think it actually dipped down to 99,998 as somebody unsubscribed, which was hilarious and perfect. But then it clicked over and nothing happened. There was no balloons, there was no parade, there was no award, nothing. It just kept going. And then it was 100,001 and 100,002. And it was a good and poignant reminder that the work's just getting going and we've just begun. Your fans may have found you while searching YouTube, learned about you through a friend, or maybe you showed up as a recommended video. Thanks for recommending my stuff, YouTube. No matter how they came to your channel, fans stayed and their numbers increased because of your unique voice and the excitement of being part of the growing community that you established. I think the keyword there, keywords, is unique voice. See, the beauty of content creation, whether we're talking about YouTube or blogs or podcasting or anything like that, is you, my friend, you're unique. You have your own story. You have your own set of experiences, your own opinions and attitudes and ideas that you can share. The life that you've lived is unique to you, and other people can benefit from you sharing what you've got inside and all that you've done up to this point. Let's carry on. We are thrilled to see the development of your community and are proud to honor your impressive milestone of reaching 100,000 subscribers with the Silver Creator Award. Congratulations. We know that you have many more stories to share with your community, and we know that your fans can't wait for you to engage and amaze them even more with your commitment and creativity. So, keep creating, keep building. We can't wait to see what you'll do next, and we're here to support you along the way. And who knows, when you reach your 1,000,000th subscriber, we may just write to you and ask, do you remember your 100,000th subscriber? 100,000th subscriber. Seriously, that is a hard word to say. Yours sincerely, Susan, CEO of YouTube. So with that said, thank you, my friend, and I know you know what's coming next. That's right, the next thing you're gonna want to do is check out the video that I've got linked up right here on how to grow a successful YouTube channel. So make sure to check it out now. I'll see you in the next episode. Something you really want to pay attention to. Where a lot of people get into trouble in their early days of starting YouTube and trying to get found is that they model and copy